Hello there.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fandom Fights. We are here for a very exciting match number 1 of the WOAT tournament with one arm tied. This is Nick's evil puppet string. What's the word? Scheme? Let's go with scheme.
Yeah.
And we got a good one to kick us off. We got Cameron Holzmann as the person with the arm tied, as they would say, going up against the Pinheads. Nick, tell us about the WOAT tournament and tell us about this matchup today.
I'm excited, Tim. WOAT with one arm tied. We essentially took the top 8 of the top singles players right now. They've played Cameron has played in a contender match this year. They're used to playing at a high level. And pitted them against middle to low teams, teams that haven't really gotten a shot at the belt necessarily. Actually, there's one in here that has, and a couple that have played in contender matches. But overall, we're running an experiment essentially to see if really, really good singles players can beat 2 people at once when the questions are at a high level. Very interested to see what happens here today. This could be a huge mistake, and all the teams could just win, and then it's just a teams tournament. But I think we might see some upsets throughout this tournament, but this match in particular is going to be very difficult for Cameron because Pinheads is essentially the number 1 seed of the whole tournament. If teams are theoretically supposed to win going in because they have that advantage in round 1 where they can score double the points, Pinheads is coming in at the number 1 seed. They had a really great win against Cabin 66 prior to this tournament in Act 4, and they played in a contender match for the vacant belt at the beginning of the year and lost to the eventual champions, wrong side of the river. So Pinheads are very good. Cameron is very good. He's been doing really well in Melee. Will that distract from him in Fandom right now? I'm talking a lot, but that's one guy versus 2 guys. It's going to be exciting.
Or girls. No, I don't think there's any girls in this tournament. Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, we are going to go talk to the players right now in the promos.
You know, gentlemen, when they said one arm tied, I didn't know they meant we're going to cut off half of the potential audience by not having any females here. I didn't know that's it referred to. But, you know, to each their own. Guys doing guy stuff. 2 guys on 1 guy. Everybody loves that. So, how you guys
2 guys, 1 came.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah.
So
always just.
But what I was thinking is it's one arm tied for the singles players, but for the teams, it's with 1 awesome teammate. Yeah, that's right. There's 2 of these, so let's go.
Let's do it.
First things first. I am uncomfortable with all of the jokes made there. Number 2, it is a scientific fact at this point that Jeremy Potters can't beat me in Fandom. 3 times played, 3 times it didn't happen. That is 100% science, not coincidence in any way. So therefore, I'm going to win. Praise be to science. Let's do it.
Nick, thoughts on the promos?
Just want to say this isn't the first one of these we've recorded. Not all of them make 2-on-1 jokes, but I did expect there to be a couple.
No, I enjoyed the promos for the most part as well. Like I figured the jokes were going to come, but I mainly enjoyed them because Will barely talked during the promo. So let's get into it with round number 1. Nick, how is it going to work?
Round number 1 is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions around the Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we will say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece. If any individual player got all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player / team will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, we good?
Sure.
Great. First category question will come in the category of American spots. Early into Jason Bourne, we see Jason win a street fight after punching his opponent how many times?
Movie sucks.
Does it?
It's not good.
Is it better than the one before?
No.
Really?
This is the worst one, in my opinion.
Easily.
I keep falling asleep like at the second one. So
One. Pens down. I mean, the second one is probably my next least favorite, honestly. Let's go to Cameron.
1.
Let's go to Jeremy.
Said once.
And Will.
Once.
Once is correct. So clean sweep, but Pinhead's in the lead 2-1. Your next question is in the category of Marvel. Who composed the score for X-Men: The Last Stand? When was the last time you stood for something? That is what I was hoping.
did you hear both of my knees crack when I did that?
No, but I believe it. You're a tall boy. They need to stretch and crack a little.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jeremy.
I said Hans Zimmer.
Let's go to Will.
I said Henry Jackman.
Let's go to Cameron.
I think it's my guy, John Powell.
It is John Powell. So Cameron ties it up 2-2. What's next?
Your third question will come in the category of DreamWorks animation. Your question is, which DreamWorks film sees a character using a spider web and 2 sticks to catch flies and then giving it to another character to eat?
Sounds delicious.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, 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 yum. What'd you have for dinner?
Some burgers.
That's what we had. I have a very
I
funny
also had
story.
burgers for lunch, but that's okay.
I did too.
You had some turkey burgers for lunch. Then we went to someone's house for dinner. Didn't know the meal was burgers.
2, 1. Pens down. That's literally what happened to us. Let's go to Will.
I said Shrek.
Let's go to Cameron.
I said the Croods.
And Jeremy.
I said Shrek 2.
One of you is correct. It is Will. Shrek is the correct answer. So Pinheads takes the 1-point lead. Your next question is in the category of sci-fi icons. In Bumblebee, what profession does Charlie's mother have? Yeah, we went out to lunch with my mom. I had a burger. And then we went to Maggie's parents for dinner. And her dad started grilling burgers, ran out of gas on the grill. We live a block away, so we drove to my house, and then my grill ran out of gas, and I ended up cooking them on the stove. So they were only okay.
Thanks.
But yeah, it's similar. It's funny. 5, 4.
Gotta keep some extra propane.
1. Pens down. Yeah, I really should. Let's go to, I think, Jeremy.
I said nurse.
Let's go to Will.
Nurse.
And Cameron.
I've never more hoped I'm wrong. Nurse.
Nurse is correct. So 5-3, Nick, is the score that I have.
That's correct.
All right, what's next?
Next question comes in the category of Star Wars. In Solo, a Star Wars story, who is the first character to ask Kira about the Crimson Dawn tattoo on her wrist?
You got some 2s. People call them tats, but
Most people call them tats.
that's what I just said, but I call them 2s.
I have a nice set of tats.
How many do you have?
A pair.
Oh, nice. A set. Gotcha.
A pair of tats. Real.
What? Pens on real nice tats. Let's go to. I think I was supposed to go to Cameron last time, but we're gonna go to Jeremy again.
Said Han.
Let's go to Will.
I was between that and Beckett, so I said Beckett.
And Cameron.
I wrote Beckett.
All are incorrect. I make that mistake every time, apparently. The answer is L3. L3. So your next question is in the category of creature features. In 2001's Planet of the Apes, the Oberon space station is next to which planet? I was about to have another buffered incident.
Yeah, that one still baffles me.
That's fair. I love it when I mess up like that and then I'm in the editing because I don't see you react because I'm reading the doc, right? So then I'm editing that match and I just see you go, like, what the hell is this guy doing? 5.
It's I'll reenact my reaction.
Pens down. Let's go to Will.
I said Neptune.
Let's go to Cameron.
I also randomly picked Neptune.
And Jeremy.
I said Mars.
All incorrect. We're looking for Saturn.
Oh,
Saturn. The underrated planet. So, Nick, what is next?
Next question comes in the category of Star Trek. The question is, who plays Amanda, Spock's mom, in Star Trek 09? So anyway, my reaction is kind of like a...
Buffered.
Okay, so it's a two-parter. It's kind of, whoa, like I'm getting blown back by the wild thing that just happened.
Yeah.
And then it's a quick look to the left, like, are you seeing this guy?
Yeah. It's usually like I don't know if I can host the show with him anymore type of look. That's what I get.
That's fair.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to where were we? Cameron, maybe.
Winona Ryder.
Let's go to Jeremy
Winona Ryder.
and Will.
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder is correct. So I have 7-4. Nick, is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right. Your next question is coming in the category of the MCU. In Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, when trying to infiltrate Kamartaj, what word does Wanda whisper in a sorcerer's ear, causing their shield to collapse? Pretty cool scene.
Sure.
Pretty okay movie.
No,
I wouldn't say it's terrible, but it's not great.
I might.
3 out of 5 for me. There's lots of stuff I like. 5, 4,
Yeah, it's bad.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jeremy.
Run.
Let's go to Will
Shit, I said sleep.
and Cameron.
I said die.
Run is correct. So 8-4. What is next, Nick?
Your penultimate question comes in the category of the worlds of DC. Which Worlds of DC film sees the hero having numerous pictures taken of themselves with their fans at a bar?
I haven't been to a bar in a while. I've been to breweries. I don't know if I count that.
Well, I mean, there's alcohol there.
Well, yeah, there's alcohol here. I wouldn't call this place a bar.
You already bought it, though.
That's fair.
You're not buying it from there.
Although
Are
Maggie
there shots at a brewery? If there's no shots at a brewery, it's not a bar.
I think there might be shots at a brewery.
Not the one that I know. They do have whiskey flights. I know that 5, but I wouldn't call that.
That's not
I
delightful.
mean, it's a shot if you just drink it all.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Will.
I said Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Let's go to Cameron
Aquaman.
and Jeremy.
Aquaman.
Aquaman, the first one, is correct.
Okay.
So it is 9-5. Your final question in this round is in the category of criminal underworld. In The Fast and the Furious, what is the name of Dominic's crew member who suffers from attention deficit disorder? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a day.
I agree.
It's a long one.
Tired.
Got a long week ahead of us.
Don't remind me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Cameron.
Jesse.
Let's go to Jeremy
I said Jimmy.
and Will.
I thought I was insensitive, so I said Twitch.
Let's go. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Jesse, see, there it is. Jesse's correct. Cameron hits it. There was Nick's. Can you believe this guy? So Nick, score 9-6.
Or
Yeah,
8.
or 6-9.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pinheads in the lead. How's round number 2 going to work, Nick?
round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel, 8 Fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player/team will get a spin at the wheel if they like what they spin the first time. They can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. We get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you like check down multiple choice, at which point it will only be worth 1, but the one look at a stealing is available in round number 2. Your categories on the wheel today are Marvel, Criminal Underworld, MCU, Sci-Fi Icons, DreamWorks, Star Wars, Disney Animation, and American Spies. Take it away, Tim.
All right. So Pinheads, you guys are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Cameron?
First of all, guys, great job. Second, did you know that Kirk's mom's name is Winona, which sounds a lot like Winona Ryder? Weird how that works out in that same movie. Huh? I just thought it was strange. Anyway, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, see if science holds true. You want to let him go first?
I mean, if we're doing this in the name of science, then sure, why not?
Of course.
Yeah,
Science is faith. Science indeed.
So Cameron is spinning first.
Cameron is spinning first.
All right. Go ahead.
Praise be to
Nick.
science. The wheel runs on science. We all know this. The wheel runs on science.
It does.
Spinner's choice. Cameron, what would you like?
DreamWorks Animation, please and thank you.
All right. Nick, will you go ahead and give Cameron his questions in DreamWorks Animation?
Gladly, Cameron. I'll be giving you your questions. The category of DreamWorks Animation. Are you prepared for them?
Sure.
Great. Your first question. Which DreamWorks film features the main characters stealing a rowboat to escape a ship they accidentally stowed away on? It was characters, plural.
Okay.
Five, four,
I'll
three.
go multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, The Prince of Egypt, B, Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas, C, The Road to El Dorado, or D, How to Train Your Dragon 2?
Sinbad?
It is incorrect. Pinhead's chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, The Prince of Egypt, B, Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas, C, The Road to El Dorado, or D, How to Train Your Dragon 2?
I believe it's the Road to El Dorado.
That's what I was thinking too. So
The Road to El Dorado, final answer.
On the trail we blaze. That's correct. 1 point
I
steal.
was like, I know it's not the other two.
Cameron, your second question. Who voices the wolf Death in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish?
Wagner Mora.
That is correct for 2 points.
yes.
Cameron, your third question. In Trolls World Tour, what is the name of the princess of the Hard Rock tribe?
Barb.
That is correct for 2 points. And a tie game. Cameron, your penultimate question. What is the only body part of fellow soldier Barbatus that Z finds after the battle in Ants?
Goodness. I have like a couple ideas, so let's go multiple choice and see what happens.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, antenna, B, head, C, leg, or D, hand?
I'll go with my gut and say antenna.
That is incorrect. Pinhead's chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, antenna, B, head, C, leg, D, hand.
I think it was hand.
I was between that and leg, so if you want to go for that,
Maybe it is his leg. I thought it was antenna, to be honest with you.
I think for some reason I want to say leg.
Okay, yeah.
Leg, final answer.
is incorrect. We were looking for head. He has a whole conversation with him. It's great.
Oh,
All right, Cameron, move to your final question in the category of DreamWorks. In Kung Fu Panda 4, the first time we are introduced to the chameleon, she ultimately turns into what kind of animal in order to kick the bear crime boss out of her palace?
Ooh. Frick. I only saw this the one time so far. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, alligator, B, rhino, C, elephant, D, bull?
Rhino.
That is incorrect. Pinhead's chance for the 1-point steal. Your options again are A, alligator, B, rhino, C, elephant, D, bull.
I think it's an elephant.
yeah. When I heard the options, I was between rhino and elephant, so I do want to go elephant.
Elephant, final answer.
That is correct for a 1-point steal. The end of
Nice.
Cameron's round 2.
All right, so Cameron gets his total up to 10, but with the steals, Pinheads are at 11. Is that what you have?
That is what I have, Tim.
All right, so we'll bring back the wheel, and Mr. Kastner, this will be the spin for the Pinheads.
Guys, I couldn't have went better, honestly. So,
And it lands on American Spies.
this was a lower mid-tier one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can go again.
I think you guys can spin again and be okay, considering you have a lead right now. At worst, you multiple choice it a little bit and then have a decent size.
Yeah.
lead. So, Will, concur?
Yeah, I think there's stuff that we want more. So
Right, yeah, it's not that it's bad. We just want something else.
yeah,
I want something else.
Spin it again.
spin again, please.
Oh,
I mean, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Come on, science. Not that way.
Lands on Spinner's Choice.
I mean, it is science. So Jeremy,
Yeah.
pick of the litter. What do we want?
MCU, please.
Yeah, I figured that's what you wanted. So
MCU it is then.
Okay.
It's a very strange way to pronounce Disney animation. But I just-
All right, guys, I'll be giving you your questions in MCU. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
All right. Your first question. A character blows a horn in the midst of the final battle in which MCU film?
Isn't that Black Panther?
I think it's Thor. Is it Thor: Love and Thunder?
4, 3, 2.
Let's repeat the
Multiple
question,
choice.
please.
Oh,
I heard multiple choice.
I did too.
At the same
Okay.
time. What, Nick, I heard him at the same time, Nick. What do you?
Multiple choice is what I heard. So
All right.
Okay.
Multiple choice options are A, Avengers Endgame, B, The Avengers, C, Thor Ragnarok, or D, Black Panther.
okay. Yeah, I think maybe you're right then.
Yeah, because he blows the horns and then the rhinos come out. So I want to go with it.
Okay. Yeah.
Black Panther, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. Your second question. Who plays Howard Stark in Iron Man 2?
John Slattery.
That's it.
John Slattery, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Thor Love and Thunder, Gore kills his first god by sticking the Necro Sword into what part of his body?
His throat.
If you're positive
He
about it.
bleed. Yeah, he bleeds gold. Throat, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Good shit, Jeremy.
Your penultimate question. In the Marvels, what natural resource does Dar Ben siphon from the planet Aladna, where Carol is a princess?
Oh, then it's water.
Water.
Final answer.
Nick, did you do the thing?
Aladna?
Yeah, there you go. Did you do the thing where you
No.
looked like a Tim? You're an idiot. Okay. All right. And your final question in the category of the MCU. In Avengers Age of Ultron, at the party, Rhodey tells a story multiple times about dropping what specifically at a general's feet?
I think it's a tank because he goes boom, looking for something. There's some shit.
Do you want to do a multiple just to be on the safe side?
5, 4.
Yeah.
Multiple choice, please.
All right. Your options are A, tank, B, semi-truck, C, safe, or D, boulder.
Okay, I was worried it was a missile or something. Yeah, tank. Final answer.
Boom. You're looking for this. That
Yeah.
is correct for 1 point. So, Nick, at the end of round number 2, I have Pinheads in the lead with 19 to Cameron's 10. Is that what you have?
That's what I have.
All right. Round number 3. How's it going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions to the realm of Fandom fights. Team, each one player will have to take the first question, then the other player will have to take question 2. They can reset for questions 3 and 4 and confer on the 5th and final question. The singles player will take all 5 questions. Once they hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Team and player, any questions we get in round number 3?
I think I've made my intentions very clear at this moment.
Fair. Go team.
All right. Your first category you can bet points on is epic adventures. Let's get bets, starting with Cameron.
You'll never believe what my board says.
And Pinheads, who's taking it and how much?
I am for 0.
All right. Here's the situation. Cameron hits. We move on. Cameron misses. The game goes to Pinheads. Your question is, in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Indy successfully steals back the Cross of Coronado as an adult on what type of transportation?
Mother.
Dun, 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 dun. Which sounds a lot like dun, 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 dun.
Are you singing the score of a film we just asked about, thus giving a possible hint to the players who are answering a question to?
I don't think it would give a hint. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. It's not like I was like going like this. Let's go to Cameron.
I'm hoping it's just another train.
And Jeremy.
It belongs in a museum, but he got it on a boat.
And your winners, the Pinheads. Boat is the correct answer. Nick, thoughts on the match?
Good man. Like, listen, round 1 is going to be the hardest thing for these singles players to overcome throughout this tournament. And Cameron kept it very close, only a 3-point gap when you're playing against 2 people. That shows that this was evenly matched to a degree. I think Cameron maybe just relied on a strength that he maybe hasn't brushed up on in a minute, and let a few questions slip, because both team and player getting spinner's choice was kind of the nail in the coffin. If Cameron could have got it and then Pinheads could have got something worse, I think it would have been a lot closer in round 3. Yeah, at the end of the day, I think the singles players coming into this kind of have nothing to lose, because if you lose, you lost to 2 people, and Will and Jeremy are both very good players. So definitely nothing for anyone to hang their head about.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. So let's go talk to the players right now in the post-match interviews.
Cameron Holzmann, unfortunate loss today, even though like it's not going to go on your record. Basically, it's like it never happened. What? Essentially, I have put you all in a shit position to see if you can dig yourself out of it. I think that would be fun. But at the end of the day, like, Will and Jeremy are very good at this. They did play in a contenders match earlier on, and they've beaten some good teams. They've also lost to some good teams. So like they're really 50-50. And I think you were close enough in round 1 to where if round 2 goes a little bit differently, we actually have a match here, because I do think singles players have the advantage in round 3, where they maybe have a better overall knowledge of fandom, and they don't have to strategize which player picks, and then your teammate picks a question that you knew, and then and that whole thing. So I think round 3 is where the comebacks will happen. Unfortunately, you just didn't get the chance to get that far into round 3 because of round 2. Are you upset? Was this expected? Yeah, go.
I mean, overall result, I'm not upset. Like, yeah, I was the lowest seed basically of the single people. They were the best team of the teams. Like, I was fighting the most uphill battle that any of the people fighting the uphill battles here are going to be fighting based on how things were set up. Yeah, like round 1, I felt good. It was only a 3-point game, which I would gladly take. And then yeah, round 2, like I got spinner's choice, and it's a matter of like it was said in the pre-match from Tim, like I did a lot of stuff in Melee. I've been focusing on that a lot more. I'll be honest, this match got set up and I went, cool. I watched the one eligible Fandom movie that I hadn't seen yet, and then I rewatched Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and that was the only semi-studying that I did for this. Yeah, like and then like DreamWorks, it just was a question about ants, which I'm on the record as saying like I hate that movie. I think that movie's terrible, probably the worst DreamWorks movie in my opinion, which is saying something. And then Kung Fu Panda 4, just like I watched it the one time to watch it, not to study it, where like most of the other movies I've had the chance to watch it through a like studying lens, whereas Kung Fu Panda 4 was like, yep, I'm watching it because it's new and I want to see it. And then I just couldn't remember that stuff. And then yeah, like them also getting spinner's choice like really sort of sticks me in the corner. And like as much as I probably would bet 2 on Epic Adventures on most days, it's just like I remember a lot of things from The Last Crusade. That sadly is not one of them. You couldn't ask me about any of the cool, fun puzzles in the 3rd act. That's my stuff. But no, overall, like I feel fine. I'm not upset at how the match went. I'm slightly upset at how I played in DreamWorks, and that's about it. But what are you gonna do? I got
Cameron, I think if anything, you've shown you're right. You did have the farthest distance of the disadvantaged people in this tournament, and you still held close with them in round 1, and it could have gone differently. So I think if anything, you've given the singles players hope that it can be done. But Holzmann, this does end your singles run for this year. We will see you in teams again, though. We'll end it there. Thank you for playing, sir, and we'll see you next time.
Ask me who I want to play when I come back.
Anybody.
Jeremy Potters.
Jeremy Potters without a teammate. That's fair. See you, Cam. Pinheads, Jeremy, your white whale has been vanquished, and there's nothing wrong with getting a little help to do it. You guys played great. Like I said, Cameron kept it close in round 1. These are a level of difficulty of questions that you guys have only seen once, and it was against Wrong Side of the River, and we know how that went. Wrong Side of the River went on to become champions, and since then you've not seen these level of questions, which means the singles players are going to have an advantage in that department. However, equal spinner's choice, and you guys clearly had brushed up on your strength more recently than Cam had brushed up on his. And that was kind of the difference maker here today, not whether there was 2 people or whether there was 1 person. And then round 3 looks like it would have gone your way also, at least in the beginning. So good stuff all around. I think truthfully, I think the teams should be higher ranked than the singles players in this tournament. I think they just have more of a chance to win because they have more of a chance to get points. And I think you guys are going to be the toughest to beat. And I think you showed that today. So congratulations on the win. How are you feeling about it? Are you kind of like, yeah, of course we should have won, like there was 1 person? Or are you kind of like, no, those were hard questions and we did really well?
So, like as you like to point out, like we've beaten good teams, but when we lose, sometimes we lose in a spectacular fashion, and this could have been one of those insane, spectacular losses. You know what I mean? Because I gotta say, man, playing Holzmann in Fandom does something to me existentially. Like he's like, I watched a movie and a half. I watched all of the MCU, all of it in chronological order, all of them. One shots included, just in case. So I was so ready to do this. And when we only had a 3-point lead out of round one, in the back of my brain, I was going, oh shit, this could actually go sideways like now. But it didn't. And so I get a win on him, but he doesn't get a loss on his record. So it's like I never beat him, unfortunately. That's clever. How you I need booze. Fuck.
Fair. Will, do you have booze?
I mean, always I do have latent Irish tendencies myself. I wanted to say something in our promo, but Jeremy said something so awesome, I just shut up because there's nothing I was going to do to top that. But I wanted to say, Jeremy, I always keep telling Jeremy, when it comes to beating Holzmann, when there's a will, there's a way, and there just happened to be a will this time. Dad jokes, let's go. And so, do I think that I was the X factor on here? I don't know. I think we did as a team a little worse than I thought we were going to, just because I screwed a couple things up. That was on me. But however, I had studied DreamWorks just in case. And so all the DreamWorks questions I got, got answered, I think, or asked about rather, I think only two of the films that were asked about were ones I didn't study, but I just remembered enough about for the most part to work my way through it. And so getting having that having a nice little lead before our wheel spin, I think was a really good thing. Also, I'm really kicking ourselves for not trusting ourselves a little bit more, because had we just shot for 2 on the 2 questions that we checked down on, we would have, this would have been a KO, and that would have been an awesome KO to have. But other than that, this match I think went really well. Cameron is always going to be a great player. I've played him in Melee. He's beaten me. Jeremy's played him. We played Young Justice. They were our first loss. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm very eager. I'm very curious to see who our next player is going to be, or next team is going to be, or however that's going to work.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. Robert, save me from my own talking.
All right, when you said Young Justice, my natural hand reaction is to give a thumbs down.
Oh, not a finger up? Okay.
No, I practice Joaquin Phoenix gladiator tendencies. And I thought it was weird Cam really wanted a 1-on-2 match. He really advocated for it. We were like, Cam, are you sure you don't want a teammate? He was like, no, I just want to go it alone. We were like, all right, well, fine, we'll let you have it. And that's how cookie crumbles, I guess. No, they played great. I asked them before the match, did you think you could get 9+ going
on about that? Yeah.
And
there we go.
They got 9, and it proved out. Fortunately, they got the spinner's choice. And Jeremy's behind the scenes. Jeremy plays in the league because I do it too, where there's all MCU stuff all the time, and that includes other bullshit stuff that doesn't play into this.
That's true, yeah.
But he narrowed it down, and he did exactly what he needed to do. And I'm very proud of this team for how they played.
Well, I hate that. I didn't know that existed, but I hate all the other bullshit. But in the MCU, but that's fair. Cool. I'm excited. Normally, this is when I would say, here's the options of who you're playing next. But truthfully, this tournament's weird because it's not like you're playing the winner of a certain match. It's kind of going to reshuffle every round. So there are other players out there. So I guess I'll just ask, is there anyone you're intimidated by? You're the highest ranked team. So theoretically, you shouldn't be intimidated by the teams. But Holtzmann was the lowest ranked singles person. We have former champions. All playing in this. So is anyone you're especially looking out for, or that you just especially want to beat?
Okay, so Jeremy, hear me out. So we beat Cameron today, who is responsible for one of our losses. Wouldn't it be great if we avenged our first loss of this year and went up against Rue?
I ain't gonna say it. It would be fun, but you guys, if we're intimidated by anybody, the rest of them scare the shit out of me.
I mean, that's fair.
Like this one scared the shit out of me. Like it could always be I don't know. Weird things happen when we're on a call. Like, if we're playing a game together, odd things go down. So this one kind of went according to plan.
My son was
I
playing with
I don't
JV
believe the next
earlier.
one will.
That's just weird. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll bring the puppets out next time too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, gentlemen, congratulations on your win today. We will see you in round 2 of WOAT. That'll bring us to the end of this here WOAT match. The first one in the can. Plenty more to come. They're all exciting. Tim had to dip out for a minute, but we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here without him. Thank you all for checking out this great match. Thank you to Pinheads. Thank you to Holzmann, to Robert for managing. Thank you to Tim for editing this one, and thank you to all of you for checking out this great match. There's plenty more coming out, so be sure to check them out. We'll see you next time on another exciting episode of Fandom Fights.